Everyone talks about the only disadvantages and negative effects of the genetically modified foods. What about their advantages? What if genetically modified foods didn't exist? Hello everyone, my name is Miraç Macit from the Department of Mining Engineering. Today I am going to talk about two advantages of genetically modified foods. These advantages are more food supply and food security, which are provided by genetically modified foods. Before going through the advantages of genetically modified foods, I would like to explain what they are. As stated in the book titled with Food and Chemical Toxicology, written by Forever in 2004, the genetically modified food, which is also called as GMF, is the term used to refer to crop plants created for human or animal consumption, which have been modified in the laboratory in order to improve the desired traits or improved nutritional content. Rapeseed, cotton, canola, flax, papaya, cotton seed oil, and tobacco can be given as examples of genetically modified foods. Now, I would like to go through the first advantage of genetically modified foods, which is more food supply. As stated in the official website of the United Nations, in 1999, the world's population has reached 6 billion, and the growth rate is increasing at an alarming rate, indicating that it will reach 8.1 billion by 2030. Even though the world's productivity has improved significantly by providing food security to developed countries, there are developing countries that have not received recognition of having food security because their population is growing at an increasing rate and thus making them difficult to achieve self-sufficiency in food production. Let me share with you a research done by Food and Agriculture Organization in 2011. This research reports that there are 850 million undernourished people in the world, and among them 777 million live in developing countries. Now I would like to show a pie chart that is taken from the official website of the Food and Agriculture Organization. This pie chart shows that the countries that make 90% of the world's genetically modified growing areas. The USA makes 69% of the world's genetically modified growing areas. Brazil 36.6%, Argentina 23.9%, Canada 11.6%, and India 10.8% of the world's genetically modified growing areas in order to food supply. Now I would like to go through the second advantage of the genetically modified foods, which is food security. Population is growing and this causes the lack of food. While supplying food, the lack of food security is seen. While producing plants, the undesirable genes may be transferred along with the desirable gene, or a desirable gene is gained and another one is lost because the genes of both parents are mixed together and reassorted more or less randomly in offspring. These problems limit the improvements that breeders can achieve. This is an unwanted situation. In order to avoid these circumstances, the genetic engineering produces genetically modified foods. Food and Agriculture Organization reports in 2011 about this situation. The genetic engineering allows the transfer of one or a few genes of interest between either um, either closely or distantly related organisms in order to obtain desired agronomic traits. As you see in the figure here, that is taken from the official website of the Food and Agriculture Organization, the desirable and wanted genes are selected and used, while the undesirable genes and unwanted genes are not used. To sum up, today I have talked about the genetically modified foods and two advantages of them. Genetically modified foods are defined as crop plants modified in the laboratory. Two advantages of them are more food supply and food security. The world's population is growing at an increasing rate, and this causes a lot of problems such as lack of food. While supplying food, the lack of food security is seen. Here, the GMF can be solution for these problems. While supplying food, they can provide food security. In the future, more problems similar to these problems will be seen since the population is growing. In order to prevent these problems, researchers and people should focus on the genetically modified foods. These are my references, and thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?